I think informal learning is the next great undertaking for training. I think, you know, the research supports that 80% of learning is done on the job, 20% in the formal domain, and I think for too long our industry has done a great job of meeting that formal need. I think the next great frontier we need to be concerned about is architecting the full journey for our learners and being more intentional about what happens in the informal and the performance support side. How are organizations with the world we live in keeping up instructionally? Difference between the what, that'd probably be the training, and the how, that's the performance support. That's the mastery and the competence journey. Right? We met need one. We made good content accessible. But because we did not make it contextually relevant to the need of the learner at the time, a lot of e-learning is not opened or used. Because it's training. Because we've not contextualized the tool appropriately. And you guys, when a learner has to change margins and they got 5 minutes to do it, and their job depends on changing those margins, right? The wrong asset at the wrong time with not enough information makes them angry. It's already here. I mean, my son is a senior at university back in the States, and he's an athlete. He plays on the baseball team, and because of that, he travels quite a bit and misses a lot of classes. So what he has learned to do, and his colleagues have done this, is they've made their own blog pages, and they record lessons and they share them amongst each other on these free environments. The courses we write, the classes we put them in, the e-learning, all this stuff is to make people smarter, so that when they're done, they know things they did not know when they started. Great thing. Great thing. The problem is, your learners will tell you, in their world of work, it is a tiny part of what makes them successful. To them, getting up and breathing is the beginning of the journey each morning. And they are constantly, if they're going to remain successful, vibrant, employed and such, they have to constantly be learning. They are in a world you're not instructing for. And that miss is hurting. These environments are here to stay. They've already arrived. There's generations, and not just young, but old, who use these. I think it's about time that we brought them into learning and considered them there. Learner has 5 moments of need that they want served in getting things done. Steps. In the Web 2.0 world, we call these microblocks. The most powerful tools being used in this domain. But they're readily and quick. If that's not enough, deeper details. If that's not enough, practice. If that's not enough, sure, you serve it up. I'll get a whole bunch of stuff. You can't skip any of the moments, though. They're all very important. There are a number of domains that are Web 2.0. There's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn. I think the irony is that a lot of folks are a part of those, and that those communities are very vibrant outside of work. I think the fear is bringing those technologies into the workplace. And so we'll talk about ways that will enable in the workplace the same kinds of vibrant conversations and information sharing that goes on in those other worlds, but in the work context. This is all great, but how do we make them work? How do we get engagement? Maybe the reason you're misusing these tools is because you have no clue what they are. I'm being honest. You've heard, you've seen, you've never lived it. But what might the classroom want to do to really be the trigger that can make these things work or frankly not work? You design the experience in the context of learning, you guys. This is called Learn to Learn. My name is Bob Mosier. I am the Chief Learning and Strategy Evangelist for LearningGuide Solutions. And I play a role in the international team in helping organizations understand, strategize, and work on implementing performance support. Do we join in the journey? You know, and even if we're behind, we can get there. So, are you ready for these folks?